Hey there everyone, and welcome to the quietest room in my house, also the epic Monday of October 26th. I need to go cough up some blood. For today I've made a list of things that I want to talk about, and it contains 19 things. 19 frickin' things. Get ready for some fast-talking, semi-scripted action. Thing 1, tiny chickens. Yes, they have been invading my head for quite a while now, but they're on their way home again, and I can tell you for sure that they were not swine chickens. There are two evidence of this. Firstly, it took almost a week from the first symptoms until I got really sick, and secondly, I haven't had a proper fever, like really. So, moving on. Thing 2, footwear on religious figures. I'm fairly certain that the Buddha wore all sorts of footwear, at the early stage of his life, but probably not later on. This is, by the way, a brilliant question. Now, the Jesus type guy, he was just a poor boy from Nazareth, and I really doubt he wore shoes on a regular basis. The morale is, if you want to teach your beliefs, take off your shoes. Point 3, Barack Obama. Now, I can tell you a few things about him. He's a guy, he knows how to talk, and he's got good speechwriters. He hasn't started much real change, though. Now, you might say it's still early and he's still got over 3 years to do stuff, but he hasn't, because the presidency of the United States doesn't really last for 4 years, it lasts just 2 years. Let me explain. You've got 18 months in the beginning, of which Barack Obama has already used 9. After that is the midterms, and everyone on the Hill is too busy getting re-elected to think about making any new laws or whipping votes and stuff. Then he's got another 6 months, and then suddenly he's running for president again. So President Obama hasn't got a lot of time, and getting started is a thing he must do. Right now. As for the Nobel Peace Prize. Point 4, favorite season. Winter, because it's just superior in every way. I like the cold, I love the snow, and winter just plain old rocks. Point 5, holidays. My favorite is Easter, as it comes with a break from the handball season and lots of snow. Time is of issue. Point 6, Halloween. I've never been a fan. That's probably because on Halloween in Norway we don't really go all out, and it just ends up being a half-assed celebration. I'm not willing to talk anymore about it, because I haven't got time. Moving on. Point 7, how others see me. Thank you, Sabrina, for the interesting question. That's one of those things that I really don't want to know, because I think the answer would scare me a little bit. But I'm fairly certain that the people who know me see me as the weird, smart guy. And, well, that's just fine by me, because that's how I see myself too. Harmony and balance. Point 8, Mario Kart. No, I can't do Italian accents while my voice is in rehab. Yes, Rachel, we should. We'll talk about it. And I'm looking forward to beating you big time. Point 9. Joe, you keep talking about how I tell you to edit more. Well, you had some good examples of bad stuff here, so I'd like to continue that. These are my additions in the segment I like to call How Not to Vlog. Let me just point out that these are some things that I'm really good at too. Or bad. Mumbling is a bad thing, and it generally happens when you don't really know what you're talking about, and it just goes on like this, and it's impossible to hear what you're saying, and it doesn't work. When you have these long pauses in between, and you don't edit them out, that doesn't work. It's important not to cut off the beginning or the ends of your sentence. And one other funny thing, don't look at yourself like I'm doing now. It looks just so weird when I'm looking just at the side of, you, and I'm looking at myself because I love myself. No. Point 10, teachers. Yes, Rebecca, first names is how we roll. I don't see it as a friendly relationship, but it sort of puts the teacher and the students on the same level. Now, that isn't to say that the students are just as smart or as well educated as the teacher, or that he or she isn't in charge of the class, but it sort of gives a mutual respect when you're sort of on the same level. And it's awesome. Point 11, sidebars, you'll hear my own solution later. Point 12, without fingers, friendship. A friend is a friend, really. And the best way to describe friendship is that, you're awesome and everyone's awesome, and if not, you wouldn't be friends, right? That just makes so much sense. Point 13, ideas. I don't really know when I get my good ideas, because I get ideas constantly, and all of them are bad, except really sometimes, just 1 out of 1,000. And I'm not able to tell my good ideas from my bad ones, and so They just come when I'm lucky. Point 14, choosing classes. So in December we all have to make our first initial decision on what classes to choose for next year. And that sort of came just out of nowhere. But I think I've set my mind sort of on something, but yeah, it's still iffy. One thing I have found out though is that maths and science, it's not really my thing. I've always thought it was. I mean, I loved it as a kid and stuff, but now I just don't like it anymore. And I always thought that I would choose, the good old maths and physics and chemistry, but I don't think I will. Because I actually prefer social science as a language, so I'm looking forward to Englishing and historying and philosophy, sociology, sizing it up next year, because I think that's what I'm going to go with. Unless, of course, I change my mind again, which could very well happen. Point 15, NaNoWriMo. I just want to do NaNoWriMo, but I can't because I haven't got time, sadly. I will be doing some other writing project stuff in November, but I won't be doing NaNoWriMo. And that is National Novel Writing Month, although it isn't really national. Point 16, my wall. Which, as you can see, I'm starting to fill up with all sorts of weird stuff. I have a policy though, everything that goes on my wall must be made in primary school or before, because that's when it was okay to be bad, to make bad stuff. I can't hide behind the excuse that I'm just a kid and I don't really make good stuff. And I need to hide behind excuses because I'm a weak person. Point 17, this is my invisible cat. And these are some very visible rats that have made it into my house. I don't know how or why, but now they're here to stay. Oh Lord. Point 18, left-handism. In the thing that is somewhere related to my face and in the same window as my face, you will find a link to a video by Rocket Boom about discrimination of left-handed people in India. You should go check it out. And finally, point 19, a day without internet. This is an awesome video by Little Rage or Liam Dryden, which you can also find a link to in the same place. That is an order, go do that now. I'm finished anyway, so I'll see you guys all week. And drizzling fries took boredom away. Away! Let's go. It's a friendly letter.